So the host West Indies have been eliminated from the title contention at the ICC Under-19 World Cup after going down by 3 wickets to Sri Lanka in their final group game in Basseterre St Kitts on Friday. The young West Indies needed to win to qualify for the quarterfinals, but despite an improved batting display, they fell short of the mark. And centre-back, the team, Kevin Wickham, playing his first match after coming in as a COVID replacement, top scored with 56 from 91 deliveries. Jordan Johnson 47 and 45 each from Teddy Bishop and Rivaldo Clark were key knocks in helping the West Indies to 250 for 9 from their 50 overs. Now chasing 251 to win, the Sri Lankans reached the target at 251 for 7 to win with 10 deliveries to spare. Sadisha Rajapaksa top scored with 76 against 2 wickets each from Kenny Clark and Isaiah Thorne. The result means the unbeaten Sri Lankans advanced to the quarterfinals as Group D winners ahead of Australia, who finished on 4 points. The West Indies, who finished third on 2 points, will join bottom-placed Scotland in the Consolation Plate Championship. International commentator Fazeer Mohammed joins us to discuss the performance of the young West Indians. Faz, welcome to the SportsMax Zone. We had looked at the Sri Lankans in their earlier games against the Aussies and Scotland, of course, and reckoned that they were going to be a pretty tough team to beat. But the West Indies made them fight today, didn't they?
Indeed, they did. And I can just update the update that we just had on SportsMax. Trinidad and Tobago's game against Bolivia in Sucre. Bolivia leading 2-0 at half-time. Penalty in the 35th minute and then a goal before half-time. So it was expected was going to be a challenge. Just as it was expected was going to be a challenge for the West Indies to advance out of this group into the quarterfinal stage rather than have to be contending now with the plate. But I felt the 250 was defendable. And this is the disappointing element, lads. When you look at these players, we find ourselves comfortable saying, well, the talent is not the same and so on. But you see the ability. You mentioned Kevin Wickham. Just coming into the team because of the COVID situation, the team without the regular captain, Akeem Ogis, he gets 56. Rivaldo Clark, very enterprising. He's almost a carbon copy of Dwayne Bravo at the crease. Lots of shots, very aggressive, very flamboyant. 45 of 35 balls. Teddy Bishop, 45. He's the star batsman in the team. Jordan Johnson, 47, the left-hander. And you felt that they'd put enough runs on the board. But then the game just seemed to drift away from them. And even though towards the end, we saw some excellent bowling from Kenny Clark and Isaiah Thorne, it was a bit puzzling that he came on so late. He was the last of the bowlers used by the captain. And it was a bit surprising that he would have been used so late, given how effective he was, because it was his couple of wickets and another taken by Shiva Sankar that actually gave the West Indies a bit of a chance. But I thought they lost the match apart from some drop catches and missed opportunities and some rather untidy cricket towards the middle portion of Sri Lanka's chase, where the West Indies just didn't seem to have the energy to put their opponents under pressure.
Yeah, at the risk of sounding as if I'm nitpicking though, Faz, we saw Kevin Wickham coming in today for his first game, wasn't in the original squad, brought in because of COVID. You wonder if the best players are always picked here. We remember in the 2016 campaign when the West Indies won, Shamar Holder was not picked. He was a late substitute because Obed McCoy got an injury, and Shamar Holder ended up leading the bowling averages for the West Indies. I know at this stage of their development, these young players, tend to improve rapidly and so on, and from a coaching or a selection standpoint, it may be difficult to actually find your best players. But when you looked at Wickham today, you probably wondered why he wasn't playing from the start.
Correct. And you're right. It will sound like nitpicking. It will sound like being wise after the fact. But yes, you did see his ability. And of course, Jofra Archer is the classic case when we talk about players not being selected, because he went on to be a star for England in the 2019 World Cup, and he's just sidelined by injuries right now. So there is talent. But the issue is, Lance, and we continue to make this point, the level of energy, the level of discipline, maybe reflecting the levels of fitness in our cricketers, male and female. These are the issues that clearly need to be worked on, because there's no shortage of talent. when you look at the way they shaped up against a really good Sri Lankan team, Dimuth Wulalage is an outstanding young cricketer. 13 wickets in 3 matches. It was his dismissal that really raised West Indies' chances it would have been a shock victory given how Sri Lanka were cruising at that stage. But yeah, I mean, when you look at these players getting their opportunities, even Nathan Edwards, he got his chance as well because of the COVID situation. From St. Martin, you don't often hear of a lot of talent coming out of St. Martin, but you see the ability there. And really, it's about whether or not these players, as they go through the plate stage of the competition and get more matches, and subsequent to that, what is going to happen to them? Will they be given the opportunity to really develop their skills beyond this World Cup disappointment?
Yeah, Faz, and twice in your answers to Lance, you use the word energy, and it points to the overall fitness of the team and whatnot. And I'm starting to wonder if, maybe the fitness also was a problem why previously in this World Cup campaign, the West Indies batsmen were unable to battle the 50 overs. And if moving forward, that more should and will be done to ensure that the youngsters do so.
Well, I struggle to understand, Mariah, why we are continuing to have this discussion about fitness. Because fitness to me in sport is a non-negotiable. It's like saying, well, SportsMax starts at 4:30 Jamaican time, 5:30 Eastern Caribbean, unless there's live coverage. I doubt very much that people would be comfortable with you 5 minutes late one day, 2 minutes early another day, 40 minutes late another time and whatever, because those things are non-negotiable. And as far as I'm concerned, when we're talking about fitness, not just in cricket or any sport for that matter, and we've talked about this before, whether at elite level, at developmental level, fitness should be a non-negotiable. There should be no compromise when we're talking about fitness, because we continue to see the consequences of not meeting that standard.
Yeah, Cricket West Indies President Ricky Skerritt had told our production team recently, Faz, that this young team is a fit team, and for the most part, they had passed the fitness tests with flying colours heading into this World Cup. So I'm not sure how much fitness was an actual factor here, but let's see how they do in the plate event. Disappointing that the hosts will have to be playing in the plate department of the tournament instead of the championship, but we'll see how things go next week, Faz. Thanks for talking to us.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
Yeah, Fazeer Mohammed there. We go to break. When we come back, we have a lot more to come on The Zone, including a lot of football talk.